Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and this is the Big Brother Week in Review. This is week number 4. So when we left off last week, we left off with Scotty being and winning the HOH, and it looked like he was going after the Bros, and that's exactly what he did. He went after the Bros. Winston and we call it Eric, Brett, and he put them up for eviction, and then apparently there was some controversy afterwards where Winston, went up and they, kind of strong on him, and Brett was kind of went up to him as well. So, so throughout the week, his goal was just to get one of the guys out, and seemingly what everybody wanted to do was they wanted to be Brett, but the other side of the house realized that Brett was the bit better competitor than Winston. So they decided to keep Brett, and Winston went out. And then Winston last night was evicted. He hugged Brett and then walked out, and then didn't hug, and just left like that. And apparently, I guess, I don't know if he was on the stage or inside the house, but he threw something down that Sam made for him, a friendship bracelet that he made for him. So it's very sore loser, which I hate. Sore losers. I mean, you can be upset, but at least at the very least, if you don't want to upset, hug the people that were not, was not in your alliance, fine, but hug the people that were in your alliance, and that's just soft, and I don't get down like that. It is a game, so you know so you know be better, be better. Um, but let's break down again why uh, um, I don't even know if I should call them foul takes. I don't know if foul takes exist, but why the folks of Caitlyn, Haley, Rockstar, Fessel, Bailey, and Scotty, why these group of people keep getting blindsided by the vote. They were blindsided by the vote the first week. They were blindsided by the vote the second week, and they were blindsided by the vote last night. And they are just ridiculously foolish and insane and everything like that. They get serious about everything. These damn power apps are just driving these people crazy because they just make up shit, throw it out the ass and make up shit. Last night, at one point, they were convinced that Sam used her power app, and her power app was to go in there and change 2 of the votes. It was to change 2 of the votes so that from to change 2 people's votes so that Brett would stay. And oh my Jesus, and it is just absolutely freaking insane. It's insanity. The hell's going on with these folks? So I mean, listen, it's I mean, really, it is just, and they don't really seem to see it. I thought they saw it, but I don't know if they really seem to see it because it's Tyler and JC. These are the people that have flipped. Now JC was honest about Steve and Swaggy, but last night he wasn't honest, and he basically told him that he wasn't. He voted out Brett. Tyler said he voted out. Tyler's been doing this all the time. I don't know. I don't know if level 6 are having fun with the fact that Tyler is screwing over this shit, or he's screwing over the other side shit. But at some point, if I was level 6 as well, like Tyler, you had to step up. And it could have been last night. It should have been last night. It really should have been last night. Last night, without question, it should have been Tyler's shitstorm. But instead, because Brett called out Rockstar on Rockstar's daughter's birthday on national television, the shitstorm became about Brett. You know, and Rockstar and Haley and Caitlyn and Fessel and Bailey. Fessel loses his goddamn mind because you don't know who to trust. You know, because Caitlyn fucked him over a couple times, right? Fucked him over the first week, fucked him over the second week. So why wouldn't Caitlyn fuck him over the third week? You know, and then he gets upset. You know, he gets upset at Caitlyn because Caitlyn is in there with Brett. Which, by the way, I just would say this: she is so much into her shit, right? Standing up for her truths or whatever the fuck else she wants to do, right? And then as soon as she gets in there, she jumps in the fucking saucer with him, and she's in his arms. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, come on, what are you doing? I mean, so I can see why he's upset. And then the crocodile tears last night was amazing. She crying her eyes out. I don't want to speak with you. And then as soon as Sam said, which is the funniest fucking thing in the world, as soon as Sam said, "Who wants to see me in Julian's room?" First was like, "Come on, you have to do this. What you should do because it's tradition. I don't care if she's on your team, if no one's on your team, if you don't like the person, you go up there, you celebrate the HOH, and then you just say, all right. And then if it's someone you don't like, you can leave after. Leave right after, right? But you celebrate there and you congratulate them. I think that's tradition. So she did. Well, so she stopped those tears quickly, didn't she? Stopped those tears so quick. It was absolutely amazing. And Sam was amazing last night too, because she was like, we go send love to Steve and Swaggy and Winston and show them all the love in the world. And then cause she had said that she was gonna tell them her nominations. Like technically you're not allowed to do that. You can't tell people who you're gonna nominate. You have to do it at the nomination ceremony. I guess with your alliance or something like that, maybe you can say, "Well, this is what I'm thinking about doing." But you can't say, "I'm going to do this." You shouldn't do. You shouldn't do it. You're not supposed to do it. But I guess she was told that she can't do it. But she said, "I'm not doing any one-on-ones. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing any of that. You just go ahead. Don't come up here. You're not in my HOH room. You're not gonna be in my HOH room when I'm not up here. You want to take a crap, you can do that. But no, this is gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see who she puts up, because she can do anything. I think what's very interesting is that we've got three power apps in play now. Now with the fact, which is another big thing, right? Sam won this HOH. By the way, there's so much stuff. I may have to go over my 15-minute limit. I wanted to keep these things to 15 minutes, but there's a lot of stuff to kind of recap. So it was the wall comp, and the wall was those logs. So Sam won it, which was absolutely fascinating. Again, big guys just aren't going to do well. Big guys and muscular guys, Brett and Fessy, they did not last long. So, but it's just incredible. She won, so she was HOH, and she has this power app that now doing her HOH is going to kick in, and it's going to give an opportunity of a person that she would nominate for eviction to come back in the house. So I don't know. I don't know what she sees. I don't know if she's gonna nominate two people that she thinks she's close with and just say and tell everybody that this is what's gonna happen, or is she gonna say, "You guys are fine. You guys are gonna come back in there and think it's gonna be okay." See, Tyler has this app, that cloud app, which by the way, it now looks, and now with everything, with all the other apps that you think, it now looks like to have been the weakest, the weakest of the apps, right? Because she had the bonus life app, right, which you could um um which you can do now, right now, right? Which you can get an opportunity to come back into the house when evicted. Bailey selected the identity theft app, which was obviously the best app, which she could, basically overthrow the HOH, without there being any known, anybody knowing about it. Which was that was incredible. There was an app called Redraw, which obviously this thing common sense says that doing a fuck is this? Doing a veto ceremony, and they have the veto draw, you could be able to kick in the app and do a redraw for people. So I think that's what it is. And then there was one called Upgrade, and I would never guess, because I would never guess what identity theft would be. So I would never guess. So I'm not sure what Upgrade is, but I would think I would have to think that Upgrade would be better than this cloud, right? Better than this cloud app. I would think that Upgrade, Upgrade. Well, only way I would say that Upgrade would not be better than the cloud is if Upgrade was somehow something like being a have-not for the rest of your time in the summer. You could never be a have-not. If it was something like that, that's why I would say that it would, it would not be better. But I would have to think Upgrade would be something like, it would have to be something with being like safe and or the head of house with the head of household. I would think, So anyway, but it was just, but he now has it out. But Sam, not necessarily knowing how this game is played and thinking, and hearing all these terms, and now thinking that, they can, she may hear, I'm doing this so I don't get blood on my hands, so that she can say, well, I put up Tyler and I put up Scotty because they're the closest to me, and they're gonna come back and they're gonna come back in the house and everything's gonna be fine. And the Tyler's got this cloud out. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. These next 2 weeks are just going to be incredible because there's so many possibilities that can happen. So many possibilities that can happen. And Bailey's talking about her app. And she doesn't know, and is Bailey going to risk? She said that she was only going to have it for her and for Fessler. And she felt that her or Fessler would go up, that, or both of them would go up. That's the only time she would use it. But now, with not being able to talk to Sam one-on-one to try to get a feeling, and I don't know if she's going to talk to other people today and see if she can get a feeling about what she might and might not do, then she may not use it and then have Fessler end up in the block, because she could very well put up people from that alliance. She may like them, she may love them, but she may say the people who voted for me to stay are the people who are going to be safe, in my opinion, this week, and I'm putting up people who did not vote for me to stay. So there's that, and then I think there's also this other thing about Caitlyn. Caitlyn found out about, and she went around and told everybody. She may not be very much like that, and she may see the drama that Caitlyn starts in the house. So she may be one of the people that goes up. So I don't know, but today's nomination day. Today is gonna be, I think, I'm gonna have the feeds on all day today and see what stuff goes down. This should be incredible. We got Brett last night with because of Brett doing the whole thing with Rockstar. Rockstar started getting pots and pans and banging them and acting like a child, and she, and she's talking about what is she ever done. But from the time that the live feeds come on, from what I've seen, Rockstar has been, she's been, cutting down Brett and Winston as much as Brett and Winston cut down on her. So, I mean, come on, don't act like that. There's not a reason for, and with the back and forth with Tyler being close to both sides and JC, they go back and they've told Brett what she has said about him. So I mean, let's stop it. Let's stop it. Let's act like that you aren't, that you are blameless and victimless in this, something like that. And because she was upset. I guess she was upset that she got called out on her daughter's birthday, or that the fact that she didn't win, the HOH competition on her daughter's birthday. She was upset, and she was very upset, so much so that I believe that at one point she got called to the diary room just so that she could calm the F down, because she was literally like losing it. There's just, and she wouldn't go into the bathroom because Brett was in there trying to clean off, and she wouldn't do that. So, I mean, who knows? This is going to be a very, very interesting day. Again, this is gonna be an interesting weekend, because with today being nominations, tomorrow being the veto, and then Sunday being the day where you can kind of campaign, something like that. And who knows if she's gonna let them campaign, right? She already said she's not doing one-on-ones, so. So if she nominates so and so and so and so, how is so and so and so and so supposed to go up there, say, well, wait a minute, no, I'm not doing one-on-one. So, and then guess what? You got an opportunity to come back in the house anyway. God, this. A lot of people are saying that this one has been the best season in years, and they feel like it's old school Big Brother. Here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. I really do think that so far these 3 weeks have been amazing. These have been fantastic, right? And I said before, I'm not a big fan of a divided house, and the house is kind of divided. But I'm also. I am also just a total fan of just, and I'm not a big fan of drama. I'm not a big fan of like fights and everything. I don't think a lot of people want to say that Big Brother 10 is one of the best because they were always fighting, and that's not something that I think growing as adults you shouldn't be fighting like this. So Caitlyn doing what she did with Brett, or then Rockstar what she's doing with Brett, I think it's really ridiculous. But I would say this has been very good. I really don't think that this, I really do think that a lot of people, a lot of the Big Brother fans, they're not willing to evolve. But the game has to evolve. And the game has to evolve. And that's what the game did. The game evolved. The game went from that confrontational, two sides of the house, fight. It went from that to a strategical, manipulative domination game where Derek dominated, where Vanessa dominated, where and where Paul dominated the last 3 of the 4 seasons, and so that's what needed to. So that's how the game evolved into, and right now Tyler is kind of going that way. He's kind of dominating this game because he's got Caitlyn, and that's who it feels like. Because I don't get this. At one point, Haley, Rockstar, and Bailey, they kind of, I thought they really realized that they caught on to Tyler's shit and what Tyler was actually doing in this game. But it doesn't seem like that now anymore. They still think Tyler's not completely with them, but they're focusing on the other shit that's going to, and they're just not. And then, and again, maybe they'll figure it out today or tomorrow or something like that. But at this point, they are just like, whatever. So, but yeah, I think this has definitely been great so far these first 3 weeks. We'll see how this things go. We'll see what happens. I think one of the reasons why I like this is that right now I don't really have favorites, or I don't really have people that I hate or very much dislike. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't. I think that also makes a good season. If you have somebody that you cannot, hate or strongly root for, that you're strongly rooting for somebody, or strongly rooting against somebody, then that's totally fun. The last couple of seasons, it was something like me. It goes back to 15. 15, goes back to 16. I think 16 was the last season where there wasn't anybody that I was really rooting against. I was rooting for Team America, Derek, Frankie, and Donnie, but I wasn't rooting really against anybody. But these other seasons, there were people that I were really rooting against and been really rooting for at some point, and that you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy good gameplay from everyone, and enjoy a good time for everyone. See, no one at this point. Swaggy, see, I will say this with Swaggy. There was this kind of love-hate thing with me, because I love the fact that he wanted to play, and I love the fact that he wanted to go out and start it. But I also did hate the fact that and maybe he just played it up for the diary room or something like that. But I did hate the fact that he was way too arrogant and all that stuff, man. Way too arrogant, and that was just and that's and they say that's swag, but I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that. So I do like it about this, but at this point I'm really not rooting against anybody. If I were to say that I have a favorite, it would probably be a tie between Rachel and Haley. I think they are like those two the best out of all of the house guests. But if they were to go, if they were to be put up, and Haley's she was thinking that she could be put up by Sam because she doesn't really have a good connection. So there is that she's doing this. I think she still has not finished her Reed punishment. So we'll see where that goes this week. But if they were to go over these next couple of weeks, I would be disappointed that they didn't make it to the jury part. But I still think I still don't know if it would affect my enjoyment from a game standpoint. Of this season. It would affect my enjoyment as a man standpoint. These are also probably the two most attractive women in the house. Those two, and then Angela's probably in that group as well. But game wise, I don't know if it would affect me as much. I won't be like, damn it. So we'll see. And maybe over time, some other people will grow. Maybe over time, I would grow to hate some other people too. But right now, it's a big fan of pretty much everybody. There are some people that I don't say that I don't necessarily hate, but this is like, no. So, and lastly, real quick, let's address this once again. More controversy. other night, JC and Bailey were having a conversation. Um, and I guess she asked him if it was he a midget, is that could be called a midget or a dwarf, and it's very hard to tell with his accent and things like that. What he was going for. I don't know if he was going for trying to say that midget is just like a nigga, or if he was somehow saying that no, I don't know what he was saying, but he said the N word and he said nigga, and Bailey said no, please don't say that. And there was a conversation, and the feed is on the feeds, and the feeds cut went to I think either went to Fitz or went to another part of the house. So there's going to be so Julie said on Sunday they're gonna show that conversation, and here's what I hope happens in that conversation that we'll see, and we'll see. I hope it's a conversation that a lot of us we don't want to have for some reason. We don't want to have for some reason. We don't want to have the conversation of, well, okay, why shouldn't I say it? Why should I say it? What's offensive? Is this offensive? Vice versa. And let's have this conversation. Because people just want to think that it can just be one way, and it is. There's never a black or white. There's always a shade of gray. And even with this, as ridiculous as it may sound, I can truly believe that there are people out there, people who are not black, who say to themselves, well, why is it okay if they can say it, if the black people can say it, but nobody else can say it? And I can also see why some people would say, well, why do Hispanic people get the opportunity? Why do they get a pass? Because in some areas, not in this situation obviously, but there's some areas where some black people will say, excuse me, will say, well, Latinos they know the struggle, they know the same struggle, so they can say the word, they can say nigga, along with us. And some people say, well, no, they're not. They can't say it at all. So yeah, there's a lot of things on there. So damn, I apologize. I'm still getting over the cold from my family reunion, and so I still got a kind of a bad cough. But anyway, and this is going. I really wanted to keep these things down to 15 minutes, but there was so much stuff that just went down that it is what it is. So next week, I promise you guys, I'll try to make this. I'll keep this under to the 10 to 15 minute range, which I wanted to do to begin with. But anyway, but if what comes from this conversation is an understanding from JC and from Bailey about the words that hurt these specific groups, you understand, and more knowledgeable. Because listen, some could say, a lot of people on Twitter want to say, well, JC was being insensitive by saying it. Well, so was Bailey. How does Bailey not know that there are some short people that think midget is bad? How did she not know that? So she could be insensitive as well. It's not just JC. And yes, there's more history behind the N word than behind the M word. But let's get a fact. Both groups, to a lot of people in those groups, that word is offensive, and they don't like it, and that should be respected. And if that what comes from this, if that what comes from this conversation, then JC now knows that even in this context of trying to explain to her what even in this context of not calling her one or not calling black people one, but even in this context of saying that it is hurtful to her, and he can understand that, and vice versa, that even in her context of trying to figure out what's the right word to say that is offensive to him, if they both understand that, they both can come together. I don't think that's a big deal. I really don't. So I'm ready to watch this, and I'm hoping that that's what happens. If this doesn't happen, well, I think that's sad. I think that's sad on whatever part. What I would like, I don't know if there's going to be DRs or anything like that, but I would really like, what I really would like is for both to realize that these are words that, even though there may be history behind one word than there is another one, it's it needs to be, both words need to be respected and realize that they offend people in those certain groups. So that's my take for that. We'll see what happens Sunday on CBS, and we may talk about it again next week. Until next week, though, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought. Tell me what you guys thought of this past week. Tell me what you guys think is going to go on in the future. Just let me know what you were watching last night. I saw a lot of people on Twitter were just like, I can't go to sleep. What do you need to go to sleep? So, and there's this whole Bailey and Caitlyn stuff that I could have got into, but again, we'll talk about that maybe another time as well. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. See you next week. I am out.